Okay, all the buttons have been pressed, all the dials have been turned. I think we're good. I think we're live streaming. And there's evidence of that because I see all these bananas in the chat. You know? So thank you for the bananas. As always, it's helpful. I appreciate it. And once again, there's gazillions of people here. So, I'm not going to be reading out names, but I appreciate all of my regulars there. Thank you for turning up. Pre-stream music was Little Slims. I know I was going to say it wrong. Little Sims with Venom. That track is just mind blown. Love it. Love it. Amazing rhymes. Oh, such a good song. She's got a new EP out. I was hoping I'd get around to writing a blog about it today, but man, I've just had... Every day's a busy day. Do you know what takes up most of my time, I think? Cooking. I think I tried to pivot to like 3 meals instead of 4 or 5 a day, and that just didn't go anywhere. I need to change how often I'm in the kitchen cooking for hours every day. It's ridiculous. I need to change things up a bit. Anyway, I'm just a bit swamped. I didn't get around to doing that, but I'm listening to her new EP and enjoying it, and I was listening to Grey Area Records as of a result of that earlier today, and just, oh man, so good. Been a while since I listened to it. I love records like that. You listen to records and they're a lot of fun when you're listening to them. Then you put them down and you come back to them. Sometimes they're like, the songs, yeah, they haven't really like changed much, you know, not that they would change at all, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you come back to them and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot how good this was, like, and they're the records I like. I like the records where you keep coming back to them and they keep giving you something. So, we're going to work in this area today, my friends. Oh yes, we are. We're going to build up a shelving unit on the inside. I really need to restock this. It's been such a mega massive project to do all the concrete, and the fact that the blast chamber ain't working is just... It's heartbreaking, man. It's just... Oh. Anyway, I wanted to build a shelving unit for this over here. That's what I wanted to do. Apparently the view count is having a seizure. Oh dear. Well, the view count is at 5.2 million views because it's concurrent over time. So that's why it's like that. How about those noises in the ear, you know? How about them noises that are in my eardrum? There's a lot of them. Pink Builder 07. Other Fire Angel for 8 months. Ailmea for 6 months. Gordon, the Tank Engine with the Prime subscription. Pontanu 0 for 9 months. SMSM Juju with the Prime. Grim Daya with the Prime as well. Untitled Apex here, subscribing. We got Pork and Chops 26 for 2 months. Manix Boy for 41. My goodness me. A Twitch name for 6 months. AK911 with the Prime. The Astigma for 3 months. Hyperfusion for 4 months. The Mad Cyndaquil with the Prime. Lol the First with the Prime. Big Papa House for 14 months. And the Atominizer Free MC for 2 months. And Satanistic Angels here for 6 months as well, saying, oh goodness, another month already. Quick, I have to come up with a good resub message. A good resub message is, hey X, I'm doing more fan art. I always appreciate it. I always appreciate it. Love it. Look forward to it every day. Evil X will not be running for mayor. Evil X is retired. I'm sad to say, you know. If I felt differently about Evil X at this point in time, it might have been the perfect storm for Evil X to return, right? But it's not going to be so. It's not going to be so, unfortunately. Graceful, welcome to the stream. I see you popping in chat there. What did we make these things out of before? So we kind of went with different coloured woods for different things. We got a sub bomb. That's me making an explosion noise. I know you heard that and you were like, oh jeez, is X okay? That sounded like a really real explosion. You know? I did things with my hands then. I waved them about, but you can't see that. Because there's no face cam. Oh. When am I going to get that face cam back again, eh? Ever since I turned it off, every day someone wants to see the face cam. It's like they didn't realise that I used to, you know, stream with it all the time and people got sick of it. It's so weird. You see all these comments, you know, face cam, face cam. It's like, I remember when it used to be, turn off the face cam. Every single stream, X. Calm down. We get it. You've got a face. You know, do you remember those days? I remember those days. Magic Moors, thank you for the nice message. So, Manix Boy, gifting subs to AS Ragentu, Jand K1, Coffee, Kaxan, Code Wolf 219, Wheezy at War, Super Domino Joe, Kirsty MC, Dadmaster Raptor, and Rich Notch. You've all been gifted subs by the one and only the Manix Boy. Appreciate you. Thank you for the gifting of the subs, the support of the community. We got Retro Num subscribing, the Sweg Egg 1 with the Prime, Glover 23 with the Prime, and Pyronaut gifting a sub to Moonbagger. Well, thank you ever so much for gifting that sub and supporting our community here. We're going to strip this. I think this will look nicer if stripped. We're going to break all the rules, peeps. We're going to break all the rules. We haven't done this before. You can't do that. You didn't do that over here. We won't use these shulker boxes to store the glowstone either. Oh no, we won't. Actually, I'm going to have them all facing forward. Not that really means or matters too much, but they're all going to face forward. Wait, what? Oh, they are facing forward. Okay. Managed to confuse myself, placing trapdoors. Do you still play guitar, says Retronum? It's been kind of on my mind so much lately to, like, get around to playing again. And do you know what? It just never happens. Like, I just don't have that much free time. Well, you know, time is all you got. It's where you put in the time, and it's not going into guitar right now, I'll tell you that. Ooh, I'll tell you what it's going into. Sweating. It is hot. And I am positively disgusting right now. If you were standing next to me, you'd be like, oh, X, take a shower. Jeez. That's the plan. You know, I've been exercising and cooking all day, and I haven't had time to have a shower yet. It's disgusting. This is exactly what you want to know. Okay? You want to know this. Don't deny it. This is exactly what you wanted to hear about. I'm in the same boats as Super Domino Joe. Many of us probably are, given how disgusting the weather is. Right, so it looked like what we did is we put a couple of like lanterns up top. This song is my jam, by the way. I love it every time. Every time, never fails to get me. Now, when it comes to further decorations for these shelves, I feel like we don't really need to do a lot. It's kind of minimal hanging out over here. I feel, though, that maybe we should... Yeah, that's correct. We're going to put those in back there and strip them. And then, you know, we'll do the scaffolding. We'll put in some redstone lamps. Redstone lamps and scaffolding are probably like the similar things that we can get away with over here. We got some redstone lamps. We'll be putting in some glowstone, of course. And look at this, chest monsters are everywhere again. And I guess you'll buy these things from a barrel? No, actually, we did it with chests. Yeah, we'll stick to that. But we'll also chuck in some barrels, as tradition. I was hoping for more kind of glowstone looking blocks, but there ain't really any, are there? Sam Spence says, your Asuma Void videos, Asuma Says videos motivated me to start exercising during lockdown. I should probably be complaining. My body aches everywhere. Now that's a good thing. Okay, if your body aches, it means you hit it up. Alright, you do the same thing again once it's recovered, and it'll ache again, but not as much. And then over time, you'll be able to do more and more. So you did good. You had a good workout by the sounds of it. Okay, maybe we could chuck some anvils in there. I mean, it doesn't all have to make 100% sense, does it? I mean, when do I ever make any kind of sense, you know? Dark Wolf Hunter 4 is here for 12 months. That's a Goldie face in chat. We got Blonde Theft Auto with the 2 months of support. M-Star Marky J53 for 12 months. Goldie face in chat again. We have Ghost Rider 14058 with the Prime, and Laura Lizzie 1728 with the Prime. Lots of numeral names right there rolling in. Have a flashing redstone lamp on the shelf. Yeah, I don't really have the room to hide a circuit, and if I did, it would be an observer clock, and that would be flashing probably a little too fast for comfort, right? Let's go ahead and put one here. I think one up there. No, I'm gonna put that there, and this. Yeah, got to remove this now. Crafted a bunch, now removing them. That's how we roll around here. Okay, and I think... let's put one at the front here as well.
3.
Now I'm wondering if that looks okay. I think it would look okay if there were one there, yeah. That doesn't look so bad. Okay, we do need a little bit of scaffolding in there. That's important, you know. Got to get it right. Got to get the balance down. So we use this system, the old item frame. And I think we'll have a bit of glowstone dust itself in there. Crown TZ in the chat with the same idea as me. Mind reader. Get out of my head, dude. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. Oh, no, that's not one trash. We'll put that there. We'll have a couple of those here. I think that'll do me, probably. Maybe that through there, just so you can see it for detail. That's looking pretty good now. Feel like there's room for one more. Can I, like, get into this space somehow? Just use this again. Right there. Okay, item frame time. I should have a useful chest full of useful things like item frames. They're useful, aren't they? Also, blasphemy! Oh no, wait, we need the glowstone. Didn't I say I was going to put an anvil in there? I think that opportunity has been missed, but we need to use the anvil to say 1 diamond, 1 stack. Let's change the subject of conversation to something totally random. Saved by the Bell! What? Huh? What's Saved by the Bell? Well, thanks for asking. This is a really strange way to start a conversation. It is a show that I watched when I was a kid, and I imagine some of you watched it when you was a kid today. It ran from 1989 to 1992, and I used to watch it on Nickelodeon, which is an American TV show, but over here in Britain we had Nickelodeon in the 90s. I watched that as a kid, so Silver Cheetah, yeah. And I was watching Deep Space Nine. Okay, I think it was like season 3, episode 13 or something. And this character comes in to speak to Jake Sisko. And I was like, oh my god, I know that face. And then she talks and I was like, oh my god, I know that voice. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh my god, I know that name. So I looked up her name and it was like, Saved by the Bell. She was Lisa in Saved by the Bell. And that was the name that popped into my head as well. I was just immediately knew it. I love little things like that where your memory kicks in. It just starts zapping you with the knowledge and the information. Anyway, when I was looking that up, I found out apparently it's coming back for another season this year. So I'm guessing they've like done a reunion thing to bring back the show. I gotta say, I think it's gonna be terrible. You can't say what it's gonna be until it's there, but that's not something I really want. That show, you know, you kind of have a fond memory of it, but if you go back and actually like watch it, it's pretty terrible. And some of the ideas in the show have aged horribly. So it's kind of like one of those rosy tinted lenses of nostalgia moments. And the idea of them bringing it back, I was just thinking, I can't see that being much at all of interest to me. You know? Silver Cheetah says, imagine if they bring back some of the students as teachers now. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, how's it going to work? Because if they bring them, they can't all be students again because they're now all adults. So there's some sort of like way to bring it back. Now they did a couple of like movies over the years, like reunion movies, but this is supposed to be a series. Austin says, I've seen Saved by the Bell and I'm 12. All right. Well, I guess, you know, I don't know what you're going to be exposed to. If you're from my generation, it's more likely you would have seen it because it was kind of like a popular show back then. Apparently I'm littering in my own shop. Yeah, I am, Shady Bob. Shady Bob! Should I be reading comments from someone with such a shady username? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Didn't I have like... Oh, yeah, I did have 2 shulker boxes. The other one's there. Okay, what we actually need to do now is move all of this stuff onto this shop right here. Put some of it in there. And then put some of it up here. I haven't made any sales on my bones since I moved it inside here. I got a feeling other hermits don't realise that bones are for sale here. Have you watched that 70s show, says Aaron. Yeah, I've seen bits of that. That's like got some particularly funny stuff in it, but I didn't watch it like religiously or anything, so I can't particularly remember too much about it. Right, let's have a look at the noises in the air because I've gone behind again. We got someone with a donation saying, literally someone, thank you someone, saying, I found this on the street today and I don't need it, so you can have it. Oh, thank you very much, I appreciate that. Did you, you know, I don't know, did you literally find it on the street? That's interesting. Thank you ever so much, appreciate it. Innocent Soul, you, woo, welcome to your first live stream. I hope it is adequate. I hope it's acceptable, you know. I hope this is up to your expectations, because whew, if it's not, I'm in trouble. I'm in hot water. Okay, in you go. And boom, boom, boom. I like this new organisation I got going on. And that was the little job that's needed doing over here for a while. Just needed to come in here and remember to make that look a little bit nicer. Now if you're a customer coming in, it's like, ooh, that should be lit up, that one right there. That's going to grab your attention, isn't it? And that's what we want to do, people. We want to, you know, when we see attention, we need to grab it. Grab it like a rabbit, and I got no blocks on me. I just want to be up there for... Oh, genius! I've got ender pearls! Okay, so we do that, and then we flick that back. Brilliant! I feel like that draws your eye to it now. That's superb. The finishing touch. Finale. It's a work of art. I know, it's a work of art. What we need next is more stone. Let's go and see how our smeltery is doing. Maybe we can collect some diamonds. I tend to do that in videos, but no harm in doing them on stream. See, look at this. Tons of ink sacks. I might lower the price soon. What texture pack do you use? What a great question in chat right there, because I've got a plug just for you. We're using Vanilla Tweaks. It's a customized pack picker. You can... Okay, someone brought some materials, that's for sure. Okay, but not all of them. How are we doing for fuel? I will go get some fuel from my base. That's what we'll do next. Then we'll come over here and smelt some stuff with our gorgeous smelting system. That's how we're gonna have fun. We're gonna take it easy. We're gonna take it easy and have fun. I feel very distracted. Oh, that's why, because of that. My brain like literally knows that something is not quite right, and it's because I left the thing on the screen. Oh, jeez. Harry25 is here for 3 months. Boudigar is here with the Prime. Silver Cheetah's here for 2 months, saying, hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day, thanks for asking. Or Lopo Lop Moo with the Prime. I butchered that name without a shadow of a doubt. Hey, look, it's Vintage Beef. He's doing beef things. Look at that. Look at him looking his beefy ways at the beefy signs. He doesn't even know I'm following him. Hey, Beef, don't run away from me. Now he's looking at all of these signs. Wow. Great sign inspecting Beef. Oh, that was amazing. Did you see him inspect those signs? He looked at them and he assessed what was written on them. Amazing. Okay, let's go. Someone says hit him. Great. They do, yes, they do. I think it's called ASCII, or maybe it's called Unicode. Okay, so, you know, I literally have a chest full of fuel. And I also have more fuel in here. See, I happen to know where the items I need are in my base. Isn't that weird? It's like I live here, or it's like I put these items here. Jeez, okay, let's go in this direction. George Philos is here for 9 months saying, hello X, how's it going? I'm currently making a 5-layer. Whoa, whoa. Maybe fly into the portal there. A 5-layer 161 pumpkin farm. Jeez, that's crazy. I mean, hopefully it suits your needs. It sounds very overkill. One thing I consider when making a farm is how long are you going to need to run it for, right? Like, you could build a farm half as big, but AFK it for twice as long. I look at things like that sometimes to save time, you know. Apparently I said a bad word, oh dear. Oh, what did I say? Was it... or was it... I can't remember. I definitely said at one point though, didn't I? Yeah. Jeez. Rude. Right, Captain Europa is here for 3 months saying Scarf for Mayor. Well, I am impartial at the moment, you know, conducting my interviews. Probably the second one, says Alima. Yeah, it probably was, wasn't it? And the chat explodes. We got Kay here with a donation saying, I thought you'd like to know Asuma says video helped me along the path to realise that I had some self-destructive behaviours around substance abuse. I've started recovery programs and it is thanks in part to you being open, so here is a contribution. Well, thank you for your contribution and I'm very warmed to hear that. You know, self-destructive behaviour can go beyond substance abuse as well. Not aiming that at you in any way, just food for thought really. Like I've had self-destructive behavior in the past that I couldn't even realize I was doing. Stuff like not even related to substance abuse. It's a really interesting concept, like self-sabotage and whatnot, and the way in which your frame of mind can lead you to do things that you can sort of be oblivious to in the moment. But I'm very glad to hear that those videos have been a help. I always love hearing that, so I'm really great to hear that, and I wish you all the best with your change in direction in life, and I hope it works out for you, of course. Why do I have a villager nose, says a 150s? I kind of have a little bit of a villager nose, I guess. Sort of a bit of one there. Excuse me. Excuse me. Mouth burps. Mouth burps. Disgusting. So rude, X. How could you do such a thing? They said. They said. I don't actually have smoothstone. I wanted to use a minecart and load it up with smoothstone, you know. Did you do anything for World Bee Day yesterday? No, I just retweeted a tweet that someone sent me saying it was World Bee Day. That was my contribution to World Bee Day. I forgot to World Bee Day. It sounds like it's Earth's birthday. I forgot to do this over here, didn't I? Look at that. Just, you know, keep it stocked up. Why not? Mouth burps are better than butt burps, says Cubez. Jeez, butt burps? That just sounds weird. Okay. We are gonna chuck in all the fuel that we have. Apparently there's sand in there. Don't know how that got in there. Oh, there's more sand. Oh, whatever. Apparently we're making glass as well. Okay, so the fuel is in there. I guess for now I'll chuck in a bit more fuel into here. And then we want to grab some smooth stone from up here. Not all of it. Then we need a minecart hopper. Hey look, there's already one pre-made. I wonder if it's got anything in it. Look at that, it's full of stone. Well, we better send it on its way. Bam, off it goes. And the smelting begins. Smeltification time. Let's get that thing going as well. Now they're just both going to be going back and forth and delivering the goods. No! I fell in the honey hole again! Oh, I got a way to get out of here though. I'm going to throw an ender pearl. That's the way. Cool, we'll let that do its thing, and we will borrow some of this stuff for now. So here's my plan. Along the back side of this building, I feel like it's a bit plain and bland, and maybe we could just use some some simple structural shapes to make it look a bit better. That was kind of my idea. You should add a ladder in the honey hole. I could have added a ladder in there, I guess. It wouldn't be a honey hole anymore, though. It would be a honey hole with a ladder. Hey, I think iron trapdoors are going to look good around here. This feels like a nice canvas to start with, this spot. So what we'll do is we'll plop these down like 2 blocks apart. And it ends on the edge, so maybe not. Maybe we'll go for 3 blocks apart. 2, 3, 2, 3. That also don't look right. I've talked about this so many times. I'd love it if there were a tool where you could write down the width of something and then it can pump out a bunch of parameters. Like you can fit in 5 rows of blocks with two blocks in between, or 2 blocks with 1 block on the edge, that kind of thing. Let's try that. Let's try 2 blocks on the edge all the way across, because we had 1 block on the edge. Yeah, you see now it's evenly spaced, and if we do this, it integrates it into the landscape a little bit. Always good to do that, I think. And we will take this thing. How many blocks up? 1, 2, 3. I think to about there. Actually, it's probably actually needs to go higher than that ledge. So actually bring it all the way up here. Cool. Let's get on with those noises in here. And behind, and I've got a cup of tea here that needs drinking as well. We got Kia Marak with the Prime. We got Droid Dude for 14 months. Aquafox 450. Damastar 400. Princess AOY XOX. Just Nexia for 4 months. And Princess XOX, Princess Ali XOX has gifted a sub to Noai Pan Powell. Well, thank you ever so much for gifting the sub and supporting our community. Very kind of you to do that. Bugsy Ramon is here for 3 months. We got Logan C 0823 with the Prime. Rice Lover Johan. Jiboli with the Prime. Big Mac Jordan subscribing. And Kaz L MVT for 2 months. And we got Batai. I'm probably butchering your name. I apologise if I've butchered it. Matai is here with a donation. Saying, Asuma, I have an idea on the organising of the shopping district. Have a chat. Have a chat Discord channel, and when a new shop opens, you write the shop name, codes, and everything that you are selling. So when someone wants to buy something, you can just search. We actually already have a Discord channel for shops, but, if there's one thing I've learned working in groups when it comes to organisation, is it's not so much how you're organised, but who's willing to be organised. Creatures are habit, and often a habit needs to be developed. So to expect people to just start thinking, oh, I can search for that, is surprisingly like a big ask. So quite often someone will shoot me a message and it will be like, oh, what's the seed? And I'm like, I've already done all this. I've pinned a message, I've put it here, and all the information you need is already here. But like, people just don't think to look for that. And it's the same for like working in groups and organisation and making stuff happen, is that a lot of the time it's not really about the tools, it's about who's actually going to do this. Because it's all fun and games setting up a good organised workspace, but it doesn't matter if no one uses it, right? So we have lots of stuff like that, and to be fair, like most of the hermits use it, but not everyone thinks to use it, just because, like I said, creatures are habits. If someone introduces something new, hey, we've got a channel for that now, you're not going to remember that necessarily. But yeah, what about that? That feels a bit shelvy. It feels a little bit, I don't know. I feel like there should be this other block in there, like we're missing something. Cause let's fly away and then turn around. It could be okay on its own, but I think if we repeat it around the whole thing, it's not going to be so appeasing. What is your IP address? Says Packer Flow. Oh, it's 7 + 2. But thank you again for that donation. We got Indy 57 for 2 months. CZ Stry with the Prime. Dub Does Jams. Moon Clee with the Prime. Dot Connection subscribing, and BMO 13. Thank you ever so much for your support, peeps. Window panes. No, I don't want to put windows in, that's for sure. Do not want to do that. Orange window panes. I mean, I guess we could put colour into the sides of the build. Maybe colour is just what it needs. It would make sense to keep it the same. Like this over here is yet to be sort of organized or sorted out. I'm really wondering now. Grey. My other orange box actually has... In fact, I had... Where did I put it? I had a box full of different... Do you know what? If we want to mess around with colours, there's just some down here. I mean, we're literally in a store full of all the coloured blocks, so how difficult could it be to get some orange? That difficult. Oh, goodness me, we'll never do that again. That was too much. Ragnar DMW has subscribed for 4 months. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. End rods. Suggesting to put end rods in. Yeah. End rods might help. Oh, whoopsie. That's not, I thought it was an ender chest for some reason. Oh, this might mess with the inside if we put them as like blocks here, right? So if I go... See, that messes with the inside of that room, which might not be the worst thing ever to mess with. Maybe we leave that there and we move on to the next bit now, which is reds. We could do with a couple more blocks of concrete. It's gonna be a slow one, peeps. It's gonna be a slow one. When is it not? You know. So we should be all out of the grey, which I wanted to put in the roof. I could put light grey up there or steal some from the shop floor. We've got lots of reds. And what about a little bit of theft? We are all out. We are totally out of that. X, want to know easy spacing? Get a 12 by 12 or larger multiplication table, subtract 1 from width and look at the remaining number to find options. Tech West? That doesn't really mean anything in my head because I can't picture it, but it sounds like something worth trying, I guess. Wouldn't that assume everything comes in stretches of 11? What about like odd, even numbers as well? Okay, we're gonna go get ourselves some of the grey stuff. I do not have the tag right now. Kralis has it. And we got Noise in the Ear. Thunderbird6784 is subscribed. We got Michaelis or Michaelis. I remembered Michaelis91 with the cheers and bits saying on lunch. So I swung by to say hi. Well, welcome to the stream, dude. Appreciate it. Nether brick fence for contrast. It needs something. I felt like what we did was so plain and just didn't really feel very... I think iron bars might help over there, but I can't help but feel we're going to need more white concrete. There should be a mixed one here. Let's go ahead and grab that. This shulker box situation is... well, it's actually okay at the moment. I was going to say it's going to turn ugly, but it might not. Okay, let's grab half a stack of that. And then I guess we'll convert that and then do that. Half a stack of each. Not bad. So I think we need one more stack of gravel. Oh, I've done it wrong, but that's fine. Right, if we happen to need more, I guess I'll just bring that with me. Whew, I tell you what, this standing up, this heat is getting to me a little bit right now. I'm wondering if I should sit down. Actually, proper sweating. I don't have my sweat rag. Great. Need a sweat rag. Andrea Adder says, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Wow, what a question. What a question. Well, you know, I've been so humbled and satisfied by this journey. I'm kind of happy for it to end wherever it ends. If it's still going in 10 years, that'll be interesting. If not, I will probably at some point move on to another adventure, right? But one thing I do know is in 10 years, I'm pretty sure I'm going to live somewhere else. I do want to move. That's one thing I want to do. I wanted to move for a long time. Like, since I moved here, it was kind of like, this was like a, get out, live on my own house, and then eventually I'll find the time to find, like, a dream home or whatever. But Domiko says it's boiling hot. Yeah, it's boiling hot here as well, and I'm in the hottest room in the house because the sun shines in on it and it's got a computer in it. Great, just great. Big Mac Jordan is here gifting a sub to Burham004. Thank you ever so much for supporting our community, Big Mac Jordan. Appreciate you doing that. Beckham Gaming is here with the Prime, and Joe Bidner is here for 12 months. Appreciate your support ever so much. It's funny. I think I think over time, having lived through a whole bunch of different seasons now, I think my favourites are starting to become spring and autumn, just because they're not so extreme, you know. Like, you love it when summer comes around, but then you remember how hot summer is, and I love like how magical winter is, but I forget how cold it is as well. So, oh, I tell you what we could do. Just might as well do this for a minute, right? We can do this and talk to one another, can't we? We can talk to each other like this, which looks weird. We're not going to do that. Break the white concrete in the wall to access the concrete chests from the outside. I don't need to do that. That doesn't make any sense. Like, no one's going to come to the outside to shop on the inside, are they? Kira Kid says, would you ever seriously consider doing a face reveal in 40 years' time? Okay, so if I did a face reveal in 40 years' time, would you be like, but I want to know what you look like when you were doing Minecraft videos? Why does it matter so much to people? I just don't get it. It's just not interesting to me. It's just not interesting. I don't watch stuff on the internet and be like, oh, I want to see their face now. You know? I don't get it. How much do you think YouTube has impacted you? Immensely. Immense impact. Like, you know, life trajectory changed, I guess. Like, this was a whole avenue of events and things that I just never really foresaw. One thing I did foresee, actually, in the beginning days of making videos, is I foresaw, you know, making content for a living. I didn't think it would get to this point, or it would be quite like it is now. I probably also didn't think I'd be like this developed at doing it, but I definitely kind of saw it coming to some extent. Like, we were just here at the beginning of it, and we kind of saw the future. This is before YouTube was anything it's like today, and before, like, you know, gazillions of people were watching it every day. This was when it was, you know, becoming steadily bigger and bigger year by year, and it was just starting to monetize creators and create a relationship with the advertisers to, you know, pay people making content on the platform. It was right around the beginning of that. And so it kind of, you know, being there kind of made you think like, this could become something more than it is now, and it turned out to be so. Sonin on Twitch is here for 16 months. Thank you ever so much, Sonin. Appreciate it. Storm says, why don't you build something in the end? I like to focus my efforts on the one thing that I'm doing. Because I'm doing a big mega base, I just want to work on that. If I go do projects elsewhere, I feel like I'll just get distracted, split up my time, and I won't be able to complete that, you know, vision that I have. And to be fair, I think it's like maybe not even a third of the way there yet. Like, the vision that I have for the place has got a long way to go. Aaron says, I don't like looking at YouTubers' faces. Well, you're gonna love my content then, because there's no face in it. What's your goal for the coming year? For this year, 2020? I don't know anymore because of the current situation. Right now, my goal is just, I'm just looking forward to seeing family again and having a big family dinner. But it's just going to be so much further away than you think. You know, like, even when lockdown's over, it's like we're coming out in phases, and there's going to be all sorts of restrictions, and that's just what I'm thinking about at the moment. It's just like, when will normality return? Let's take these things that we just created and try using them on the outside of it. Will you make a nether base, says Woggly Eye. Yes, that's one thing I will do. I'll be doing stuff in the nether, no doubt. Why did you begin YouTube, says Flynn? Well, I wanted to promote my music and put my music demos and whatnot out there, and that's why I started. Then I got distracted by this game called Minecraft, and I started watching people playing it, and I was like, this is cool, I'll give this a go myself, you know? What a silly idea that was, eh? What a silly idea. I think we're just going to continue to keep trying stuff, okay? Like, I'm going to walk up to the wall, and whatever comes to mind, I'm going to put in there. And eventually we'll have a wall that I'm like, oh, that feels okay. Because what I really want to do is just break up this flatness. I really feel like iron bars might come in here as well. And where's the one with scaffolding? Oh, I've gone and left that somewhere now, haven't I? Actually, not that I need it. I've got rockets. Right, did I leave another shulker box in this area? No. I kind of need to put all the shulker boxes in one place. Otherwise, it's just going to be constant disorganisation, I think. So, this can all go up here. And we want some iron bars, so let's go grab... Oh, it's there. And, oh, iron might come in handy. There we go. I mean, that's probably more than we need, but we'll try that a little bit as well. You will try stuff. Does that mean if you find a new game, you will quit Minecraft, says Zaid? Who knows? If I found a game that made me want to quit Minecraft, then maybe, but I don't really spend a lot of time checking out other games. I don't think there's much risk of any competition coming to take away the Minecraft success anytime soon. Okay, now this is where the grey was going to go. I was originally going to put all this stuff on the roof. I actually think the lighter grey might look better up here, you know? It's very close to the stone that we already have. Or maybe I'll just leave it as stone. Sometimes you can just spend a stupid amount of time doing stuff that don't really matter. I think we might just leave it as stone, people. Like, you're not really going to come up here and see it. What we need to focus on is the flatness of these walls. Definitely can add, like, a sign or something on there. And with what Corrales has been doing, adding that graffiti, he'd probably have a great idea. Or maybe we could add, like, a bee face, since we're both bee buddies. I am so unfocused today. I think it's just the weather, man. Just gonna make whatever we do feel a little bit, ugh, you know. So someone says stone looks good. It looks good there. It looks good there. I'll give you that. Now, maybe for this giant wall, what width are we dealing with? They should, for the most part, be odd amounts. Which means that we can get away with that. We got a noise in the ear from Big Mac Jordan, throwing cheers and bits, saying morning, yo. Morning, Big Mac Jordan. Thank you for those cheers and bits. I feel like you woke me up there. I was just a little bit zonked. Feeling pretty zonked. Long day of exercise and ugh. I ran 8 kilometers yesterday. I was aiming for 8.5 on my road to 10k. I didn't even know I was going to do this a week ago, but I'm running to 10k now. But I could have gone a little bit further, but my backs and my calves started to get really achy in a different way. I was running with different running trainers as well, so I think maybe I was pushing it a bit. But I'm going to aim for 9 and then 10. That's it. Sunday I'm going to run again. I'm going to aim for 9. So if you come into the Sunday live stream, you know, hopefully I'll have some good news. How will netherite be used as currency in your shop? Oh right, no, I don't think I'm going to use netherite as a currency at all. People keep thinking it's going to replace diamonds, but you got to think it through a little bit. Like, all netherite does is upgrade your diamond tools, and that's it. Right? I don't think it's going to come in as a currency. So, you know, that actually kind of helps, even though it's not a lot. But I feel like there needs to be more than just that. And I've got an idea on how we can make it more than just that. And it will be a weird and interesting way to try and make it more than... Yeah, actually, this is going to suffer if I try and make it more than that. Or maybe not. So what I was picturing is that it comes through and forms like a grid on the inside here. see what we can do. So this is 9 by 9 around, I think. That is lucky for us. The next one will go here, and 2 over down there. Smokestacks. Ooh, that helps make it like kind of feel industrial, right? Like something's going on. Very good thinking there. Peeps, don't let me forget the smokestacks. By the way, Bellana T here for 20 months. Incredible. So glad you found Hermitcraft back then. Awesome. That's terrific. Matsubu is here for 17 months. Thank you ever so much, Matt. Appreciate it. Yeah, talking on the future and like what might come after Hermitcraft. You know, I could see myself being in the creative worlds like the Hermitcraft world for a long time. If it's not Minecraft that I'm doing, if it's some other game that unleashes creativity, I just love the idea of like an ongoing adventure series where you're creating and building, and I feel like that'll be a part of what I do for some time, you know. So let's say we do this up here and then we change the roof on the inside. And I got no idea what it's going to look like either. We're just doing this for the sake of it. We're going to go around and try and make everything just a little bit more unique. So when you're looking over at this place from the different sides, it's not too bland. I almost feel like that can come into that space there. And then it would almost make sense from down here if the white went and filled up all those spaces, which we might actually do. You know, when you build, especially when you're doing stuff that is symmetrical, not really based... Hey, wait a minute, something's wrong here. Those are in the wrong space. When you're doing something symmetrical, it can be a little too easy to sort of try and perfectly follow that symmetry, and giving yourself a little bit of flexibility to experiment and mess about a bit with the shapes is a really good idea. Okay. So what looks good from down there breaks a rule that I had in my head, right? I had this rule that all the tops of these buildings are flat like this. Well, what if this one here isn't? What if this one breaks that rule? Okay, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to do this. And then we're going to do that. And now we got one roof that kind of breaks the rules. But if you're flying by, it actually kind of just looks alright, really. It doesn't feel like too much of a problem. Now, what we probably want to do is not fall off the side, is decorate it a tiny bit more with some of these suckers, right? Landing. Okay. Is that really it? And these things, we run out of them so fast. Not really sure if that's actually going to look so good or not. I think what'll look better is some more depth. It's a bit flat, and I think I know what to do here now. Let's go ahead. If that is really clicking in my head, just do that a couple of times, and then put them on top. So they look like industrial units. Now, the thing that we must not forget is the smoker. However, we're not going to be able to fit it in here, the smokestack. I think we need to pick a different spot for that, but it's a terrific idea. So right now we've got a roof with some industrial stuff on it, and it ain't the worst thing ever. It ain't the best thing ever, to be fair, is it? But it works. I think what we want to do is extend it. Let's just make it a little bit bigger overall. Okay, and then coming down here, got to finish that stuff off in this space. Someone says, I think the hole in the corner doesn't really work. It might not do, but I'm not going to spend a crazy amount of time on this. I really want to power through and just add in plenty of things around the outside so it doesn't feel so bland. Is essentially my goal here. Okay, so We're looking for our work blocks, actually. There's no campfires in here. Now, can you make a campfire with coal? Is a good question. Or does it have to be charcoal? It can be coal, that's terrific. Sticks and logs. We have a wooden chest full of logs. We have an ender chest. Ender chest? Is that really what it's called? No. Shulker box. That's the one. Okay, let's make the campfires now. Bam. 21 of them, apparently. That's good. That's a good amount. Good, healthy amount. Can go in there, and the log can go back in here. I also feel like we're going to need more iron, so I'm just going to grab a whole bunch of that. Oh, do you know what I was going to use? I was going to use bone blocks for some of this stuff. Maybe that would look good here. Like, what? Why did I not remember that earlier? That was the plan all along. I think I even writ that in my notes for the stream that it would be bone blocks. That looks nicer already, doesn't it? Apparently there were 5 campfires. What, inside that chest? Am I really that mad and mental that I missed it? Surely not. Don't be. Jeez! It's not a derp. Don't. Come on. We were about to go a whole stream without anyone saying that. You wouldn't break the streak, would you? You wouldn't do that to me, would you? Oh no, look at those derp faces. Oh, you're breaking my heart, people. We were doing so well. Can't we blame it on the heat? Okay? Don't put derp emotes in chat, put sun emotes in chat, okay? It's hot. Give me a break. We got Ross Macy here with cheers and bits, saying love the videos and streams. Much love from South Africa. Thank you ever so much. I appreciate your cheers and bits. Hope you're enjoying your time here with us today. Oh, that looks very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so the next bit, really gonna have to think this stuff through. So we want to put some big, we're gonna put like a big bit of art on the back there. I don't know what it'll be. We'll probably talk to Krallis about that. Probably will be a bee, actually. Be a big old bee's face. Oh, I wonder if we could throw that together quickly now, actually. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So like a 9 by 9 bee face is probably possible. The only problem is, whenever you do this, is the odds and the evens can look really weird when translated. We won't try and do that right now. So the next thing I'm seeing that needs some attention is probably, I think the best place to start next is probably here, and try and use some of the stone that we got on us. And also we need to take this down, you know. Don't know how it managed to stay there for so long, to be fair. What I want to do with this one is come up like this. Not sure to what height. Let's go down by 3 blocks to about there. Connect it on all sides. 1, 2, 3, and there. X, you misspelled valuables on your valuables shulker box. I didn't, because I looked it up online and ran it through a spell checker. Because I didn't know how to spell it. So it should be correct, because the internet is never wrong, right? Okay, what are we dealing with? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah. So here. Here and there. That's correct. Okay, and then 1, 2 over here. But really, all of this has got to go. And I don't have an axe, which is just wonderful. Always spell check your shulkers, people, says Adam. Always spell check them. Now, as I was typing it, I just couldn't get my head around which way to spell it, so I looked it up. X, I'm considering streaming. Any advice is rack rap. As always, as I always say, if you want advice, please be specific, people, because There is no shortage of advice available on how to do streaming and whatnot. And a way in which I can be valuable to you is for more specific advice. Because otherwise, you know, everything else that could be said has already been said. As there is no shortage of advice on SEO and making YouTube and Twitch streams. It's like a big market. Legolas Lobster says X, where are the majority of your viewers from? Do you know? They're from the United States of the America. Okay. That's where the most of my viewers are from. Okay, let's get a view of this from over here. It's alright, I think it'll look better once there's more stuff in here, right? Hey, there's someone over there. There's someone over there. Hey, that's not stone blocks. That's not stone blocks at all. Hey, what? So this one has a gap of 3 between it, where the other ones have a gap of 2. You can kind of see that from afar. Oh, don't tell me that's all I got left. That's all I got left. I said to myself. Okie dokie. Right, so here we put them on all sides again. So I feel like this needs something like end rods. It needs some iron bars in there. This is where it gets tricky. We need some of these. Some of those. There we go. Right, apparently, according to chat... Yep, there you go, look at that. Oh, except I ain't got those blocks. No, wait, I went and got more, didn't I? I did. Okay. Ugh. All this jumping around. 1, 2, and then it goes 1, 2, 3. I think I'll remove that block. There we go. Your favourite Minecraft edition ever, says Bashar. At this point in time, probably the shulker box, you know? That thing's been a real treat. Yeah, I feel like it needs something a little more interesting when it gets to the top. Oh, didn't we say one of these was going to be like the smokestack? Now, I believe this is... Yes, that room. Okay. How do we get that like hidden or kind of like less visible? I think it's got to go down by 1 block, and it's got to be part of a grid or something a little bit more industrial looking. Maybe we can use this grey concrete again. So like, what if we put the campfire here? I had plans for that room down below as well, by the way. Oh, I need a silk touch thing, don't I, here? So if we make a little grid like that, and then it can go in the next one there, then this is free, and yeah, we'll have like 6 in total. That's the way I'm going to do this. But we'll have to go back and get some silk touch. Oh, this reminds me, I left a bunch of stone inside the other room as well, didn't I? So another little ring like that. All the way across here, and then that. Nope, not that. Okay, down we go. Place a block above a hay bale. Alright, so we get it to go higher. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think it being on default is fine. Right, yeah, these are the blocks that I left. And then I had a feeling this would kind of look okay in here, except I think... yeah, I wanted this to come out and then have it connect over here. Looks alright, doesn't it? That looks absolutely fine. You can have grey carpet on top of the campfires. Does it still let the smoke through though? Ah! There's a wall in the way. I was going in the right direction, there was just a wall there. Looks like a Wi-Fi signal. Well, there's Wi-Fi included in this shop, you know. That's how good of a shop it is, there's Wi-Fi in it. Okay, what were we looking for? Silk touch. And then we'll be able to pick up this campfire. I should have brought some carpets as well. We could have experimented. Luckily for us, we got carpets. Grey carpets, people were saying. What about those ones? Oh, they are grey. The other ones are light grey. Jeez, get it right, X. Get it right. Wow, that doesn't suppress it at all. That's all right. That's all right looking. I feel like if we didn't have them at the back here, we could even have like a pipe coming from here and just going across into this one. That'd be kind of cool. Let's focus on this wall next. I want to use bone now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on this one. Uh-oh. How are we going to divide 10 up? Doesn't quite work, does it? Or we could... What if we... Hang on, let's think about this a bit. Right, okay, I think I know what we'll do here. Or we could just go with 2. Like, what if I put a gap of 2 on the outside, then you got a gap of 4 on the inside? Or we could double them up as well, like that. If we were to do that, would it look nicer if it were a bit... Actually, let's go with that right there. I think that'll work. Use sea lanterns on one of the walls. I don't really want to throw in a light source because we're not trying to draw attention to anything here. We're just trying to break up the flatness of everything, right? We've left these big, giant flat walls. So if you see this area from this side, it's a bit too dull, right? It needs something a bit more structural added to it, which is what we're doing right now. And I think I might try something here a little different, a little bit unexpected. What if we just extend this lip all the way across here to there? Kind of get away with it. There might be another opportunity for some of that Corrales pixel art like he's done in his base around here. Okay, we're going to leave that wall flat, and then we got this one here. Since we use bones there, we're going to use the smooth stone. Let's count this one out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that one kind of explains itself, I think. Flynn says, are you going to do something else this stream? Maybe. Definitely going to be playing Minecraft and Hermitcraft while I stream. Adam has reminded me, yeah, we hit 50,000 subs on the Asuma Says channel. What a perfect excuse to put a plug on screen and encourage other people to go and subscribe. We got 3,700 peeps tuning in this evening. Thank you for spending this hot, ridiculously hot evening. Yours truly. Appreciate ya. If you haven't gone and checked out the Asuma Says channel, I highly recommend it. There's videos on it. Videos on a channel? Never heard of such a thing. But yeah, we hit 50,000 subs. Woohoo! Pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of feel like that'll do. I'll leave it like that. I almost feel now looking at that like we've overcomplicated it, but it really doesn't need to be a lot. We just need something that isn't nothing, you know? Maybe even a splash of colour on one of these might help. I'm starting to wonder now, what if we put like my face here and then Corralis's there with like obey written underneath it? I don't even know if that would fit in. Probably not. Who knows? X Kadash is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. X Kadash, thank you so much, appreciate it. Right, I'm gonna sip some water. When I say sip, apparently I mean guzzle, because, geez, apparently I'm really thirsty. Whew. That was refreshing. You could use dried kelp blocks. They would look really good, wouldn't they? Why don't you do a literal splash of paint on the walls? Says I couldn't think of a name. Well, I think something like that deserves a little bit more care and attention. Like, I could have gone all out on this, right? And done some really elaborate stuff. But I don't think it warrants just throwing colour on it, like, without too much thought. And right now, it's hot, stinky. You know, at this time of day, if my creative Minecraft juices are exhausted, that is a pretty normal thing. It's quite normal this time of day. You know, it's why I do so much stuff in the morning. Is, you know, you wake up feeling good, bright and energized. Go for a walk thirst thing. Oh, this is like 2 on that side and 2 on that side as well. Okay. Go for a walk thirst thing. And then, you know, like my most productive hours are the first hours of the day. And then as the day goes on, usually less and less productive and less creative and inspired, you know, just your energy is being drained throughout the day. You know, I read about this, heard about it, listened to it. I can't remember exactly the origin of this slice of knowledge stuck inside my head. But it was to do with like being a night owl, being a late morning, being a late night or early morning person, and the psychology of it and stuff. And I remember it talking about this, this like late night illusion of creativity, where people get really inspired late in the evening and motivated to do stuff and like see it as like the creative time in the day. And I was one of those people when I used to be a night owl. It always used to feel like the day got started and I had all these plans and things I was going to do at night. But the trick is that you don't actually get anything done because it's night. Like, the reason it's so inspiring and you have all this like nighttime awe is because you don't actually have the time to get it done because it's the night. And so your brain kind of like psychologically tricks itself. You can have this like unlimited potential of, oh, I'm going to do this, oh, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do all these amazing things. But you're going to do them tomorrow, right, is always the catch. And that's why you have that kind of late night thing. One thing I will say though is that you are creative as well. Like, I remember writing songs really late at night. I remember songs like literally just exploding in my mind and having to spend ages like in the middle of the night writing them down. It was yeah, it was a thing that I've been through, but then I like learned about the psychology of like late night thinking and all of this. And it's similar to the it's similar to like the quitting early thing, right? if you like decide you're gonna give up smoking or drinking, or you're gonna like shed some weight and exercise, if you go around telling everyone about it, hey, I'm gonna do this, hey, I'm gonna do that, people usually congratulate you. Oh, that's great, you know, go for it. And you create a false sense of reward before you've done anything. So then you go to do the thing, and it's more difficult because you'd already received reward for something you hadn't done. If you ever think of doing something like that for yourself, don't tell anyone, keep it to yourself, do all the hard stuff, and then wait and see if people notice. It'll feel far more gratifying if someone mentions it without you telling them. You could also at some point tell them if you really wanted to, hey, I've been doing this, and then get congratulated. But the psychology of it is that you create that full sense of gratification before you've actually done the thing, and then it makes it harder to do, you know? What we want is one of these suckers. So yeah, anyway, it's just kind of similar to that late night psychology, right? Like of the reason you can be so creative and full of ideas at nighttime is because you ain't going to be able to fulfill them yet. And so they come in the context of like, and I'll do that tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes, right? There's also a real sense of shame if you promise something and don't follow through, says Sigma Squared. Yeah, that could be a part of it as well. Sounds reasonable, right? Like you can create drawbacks for yourself if you set goals and then don't reach them. But really, like the one big thing I like to say over and over again when it comes to trying to do something, trying to get somewhere, make a change, is like, accept that you're human, you're going to fall off the horse, you're going to have setbacks, and it's really about getting back on it again. It's always about picking yourself back up and having another go at it. Maybe you want to like eat healthier, and you have a bad week where you've just had takeaways and you know you've kind of lost your path, and oh, you're doing so well, right? That's fine. If that happens, that's fine. Get back on the horse. Keep trying. You'll have setbacks. It's just part of being human. The unfortunate thing is people tend to then think like they have to give up, or they can't now do the thing they want to do because they've had a setback. You're always going to have setbacks. You just got to keep going. And the way I look at things is through the lens of lifestyle a lot of the time. Like, your lifestyle determines your death style. No, okay. Terrible lyric. My lifestyle determines my death style, my lifestyle. Oh. That cracks me up, that lyric. So yeah, it's like lifestyle, right? So like, if you start running and working out and eating really healthy today, tomorrow you're not going to look athletic and feel amazing and fantastic. It's earned over time. It takes a lot of time to get there. So you've got to look at things in a balance of like, is what I've done today in the positive? Have I eaten enough good, healthy, fresh food? Have I moved about enough and exercised? And have I, you know, smoked less cigarettes than the day before? Whatever. Like, it's about shifting it into that positive space and then trying to sustain that positive space for as long as you can. Because then when you have a setback isn't hitting the reset button. You don't go back to zero. You just move backwards. So that's why you pick yourself up. So then you keep moving forward. You like, yeah, it's like that. Your health, your fitness, your diet, like all of these are like, imagine them like sliders. You just want to keep them in that positive region, and then it builds up your overall health and happiness and fitness. And I just felt like I just ate 4 Nutella sandwiches and I feel like I'm being shamed right now. Well, you know, like, it's probably not a great idea to eat 4 Nutella sandwiches all at once, unless that's maybe like, I don't know, one of your 2 meals a day. Adam says, I smoked the same amount today as I did yesterday. 0. I can't smoke any less. It's very true. Very true. Lucas says, your lifestyle determines your death style. Now I'm more scared of death now. That was me taking the mick out of a Metallica lyric. So you think about it, your lifestyle may determine your death style. I never really thought of that at depth. It just always sounded a little bit silly. Like, you could be, you know, super duper fit and athletic, and one day you just might get hit by a car. You know, it's not like you're going to die running now because you're a runner. I guess if you're a runner, your chances of dying when you're running is probably higher than someone who doesn't run. I don't know. It's cheesy, says Best Judge. Yeah, it's got a big, thick slice of cheese to it, doesn't it? That's what it's got. Backdraft Craft says, my favourite Metallica quote. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I love the way Hetfield sings like that. Oh yeah. He does it in loads of his songs. Like Black Album, Load Reload era, there's just so much of that ooh yeah going on. Dying is overrated. I don't think dying was rated to begin with. I don't think people were looking forward to it or talking about it. You know, can't wait for that death thing. I heard lots of good things about that. Dying is overrated. Oh, what are you saying? So anyway, the point I was making is that what you do every day either contributes to something good overall or bad overall. And the bit that I didn't quite get to is that, you know, if you have a takeaway and, I don't know, chocolate and sweets and candy today, it's probably not the worst thing ever if it's just that one day. Everyone's going to have a day like that every now and then. But if you sustain that over time, it's going to be bad. So just try and think about things like that. What I want to do here is not break the water, that's for sure. I wanted to make a filtering system for the bones, and I just realised it's going to be a pain in the bum. I probably want to build the filtering system before we have this item elevator down here. But there's also a lava lake down there. Is there not a spot where I can see what's going on here a little better? I wish there was. Let's try digging down and see what we find. Ah, look what we found. Okay, that's actually kind of good. Right, and we might get some water. Yeah, there you go, there's the water. Okay. Okay, that's helpful. And there's definitely lava down here. Or maybe I could make the filter somewhere else. I'm really not sure what to do. We got noises in the ear. We got Mary Cypher for 2 months. Firo X Film with the Prime Hidden Games. Gifting a sub to Jasquire. Thank you ever so much for gifting that sub. Megan246 is here subscribing as well. Thank you ever so much for your support, peeps. Do you have any plans to record a series of LPMT2? Says, help me buy more letters. Not to record, but to stream is sort of my plan. Jano Wears says, how do you stay motivated? Because I don't see the point to exercise or anything. I mean, I'm just going to die with my life being pointless anyway. Says Jano Wears. Well, first of all, what I was going to say was motivation. You should know me by now. It's not about being motivated. It's about being disciplined. Why should you exercise, though? You're just going to die one day. Take it from me. The quality of life you experience doing lots of exercise every day, okay? You go out tomorrow and you do a bunch of exercise, I'll tell you it's going to suck. But once you're in shape, like the mental and the physical feeling, it's just so much better. Like, just being in shape is just an all-round good feeling. And, you know, it makes sense. Your body wants you to be in shape, so it's going to reward you. Like, mentally. You know? And I bang on about this every stream, and I'm thinking, at some point, people are going to get sick of hearing me go on about it. But it's, like, completely life-changing for me to just take control of my health and figure out that that's what I needed to do. Like, that was just such a huge turning point for me, and like it's just like this endless rabbit hole of doing more. Like, I exercise more than I ever have done at the moment, And I will probably continue sustaining this like high level of training because it just keeps you in shape, keeps you feeling fantastic, sleep gets better, everything gets better. Did you always like exercising? No. When I started it sucked, but I just had this nagging thing in my head like I need to do this. Need to, you know, make a change. So what I want to do here, somewhere around here, is put in a item filter. And I think all it means is it's just going to lower that. And we just got to rebuild the redstone again. But how much lower it will go, I'm not sure. I think what we'll do is we'll dig it in this direction, right? There is a lava lake. Like, I had to move this stuff through the lava lake, but it doesn't seem to be a problem right now. I should also probably throw down a couple of torches, right? Do I have any torches to hand? I've got glowstone. Could lump some of that in the wall. Why not? Oh my god, mine that redstone ore. I don't need it, do I? Don't need it. When you're physically and mentally exhausted, you get the best night's sleep, says Danny Boy. I don't know about being mentally exhausted. That can mean a lot of things, right? Like if you're stressed isn't great for your body. Ooh, we've actually... Oh, that's redstone ore. I thought that was like redstone wire or something. But being physically exhausted, yeah, often helps you sleep. Because then your body's just primed for recovery, right? It's what it needs to do. Oh, and I tell you what, now, when I go for a run at the moment, I do it in the morning. Just tends to be how it was. But there was a time when I used to run at night, and that's before I did intermittent fasting. So I would have probably had something to eat. And due to the way what I'm trying to do with my body, I'm not sure if it makes the best sense to run and then sleep, because it's more likely your body could turn to muscle for like what it needs to repair your body, than if you eat after you run. So I run in the morning so I can eat right after it, right? And anyway, it's the time of year now where running at night is fantastic. Like if you go for a run at 9 or 10 o'clock when the sun's still there, like the heat of the day is sort of still around, but it's cooling, and it just feels so good to run at that time. I'll definitely do it at some point. I would definitely go for one, but I'm just not sure if it's something I could do consistently or should do. And it would be easier to end the day with a run, because then it's just like run, shower, sleep, and you'll just be out like that after a run at the end of the day. I can't run after eat, it makes me feel sick, says Kaylee Wally. Yeah, I feel the same way, and I experimented a fair bit with how much time to put between eating, and it never felt right. It has to be like a solid like 8 to 10 hours for me. If I run with any food in my belly, I just feel it sloshing around. It's not nice. I mean, maybe it's something I should have just learned to tolerate a bit better, but it never felt nice. Now, the question of if we can actually fit this thing in is a bit of a question as well. So there might be like a way smarter way of doing this. Actually, I think we got this, because the elevator's then going to be here, where I'm putting that hopper, funny enough. Get rid of that. So the elevator would then be there. That would be the filter, right? Ooh, this gonna... Well, we're only building one, actually, so yeah, this could work. I think. There's always a space. You have the ones going over the top, then you have that, but you have a comparator somewhere here. And then you have that block there is powered by a torch, isn't it? That's what I'm just struggling to see a little bit at the moment. So, you have your 3 pieces of redstone. That's over here. Gonna need a repeater, possibly a torch. So you'd have 1, 2, and 3. Right, and then you would have the repeater underneath going into the block with a torch. You can literally kind of mimic that in its entirety, I think. Because we can do that, and then put the torch here, and it would connect to the same block. That, I think, actually would be a filter that would work. So now we just need some bones to go in there, which I actually kind of don't have. I don't have them bones. Let's go get a ladder. Also, I think we're kind of done with the redstone. That might just be it. That might just be all we needed. Bit of a ladder down here would help. We'll just do it the lazy way like that. Cool, let's go get some bones into the system. Gonna end up a big old pile of them bones, says Moonflare. Ain't you just? We got a noise in the ear from Wham Boff Rop with 2 months of support. Blind Nicknamer 5478 with 21 months. Personification of Bean with 2 months. And it's Pedraz for 2 months as well. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate all your support. Have you ever thought about hosting a podcast? All the time, but you know, time is all you have, and my time is spent on different things. Gary69 is subscribing. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it. We got the T-Bog with 12 months of support. Thank you ever so much, the T-Bog. Appreciate it. K Aki says, what's the streaming schedule? I'm going to try and sustain uploading Hermitcraft on Monday and Fridays, Snapshot on a Wednesday, and streaming on the days that I'm not uploading videos. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and weekends. Evenings on weekdays, mornings on weekends, essentially. But you'll probably find my weekends are going to be a bit more flexible because I'll be exercising and stuff in the morning. Gotcha Kimchi says, how do you get the golden Asuma badge? Ah, that's a year of support for the golden one. This is his podcaster's bliss. Yeah, pretty much. If ever we get a bit podcasty, it happens here. Have you some advice on how to start YouTube? Says Eric Channel. Yeah, actually just start doing stuff. Start doing and start learning. Hi there, 89760 has subscribed for 2 months. Thank you so much. Hi there, appreciate it. Okay, we should have a few bones coming through now. X, do you have any advice for gaining muscle when you're skinny? Says Leofar. Well, yeah, if you're skinny and you want to put on muscle, you got to start lifting some weights or doing some form of resistance training, stressing your muscles in your body. And you want to eat adequately as well. Lots of protein, eat healthy, lots of veg and fruit, but you know, obviously have a enough calories to kind of reach your goal. So the fact that an item there is locked is absolutely fine. What we need to see, I believe, now is just the filter being set up. So we'll need an anvil. Let's go over here and grab an anvil. And well, we'll just go with glowstone. We'll call it filter. So original. Fantastic naming. What an idea. What we will need to do is build in a like item destroyer somewhere around here as well. That's something I didn't quite think of. Well, that just happened. Well, that just happened, didn't it? Oh, X, you are a derp. Oh, it's still coming out. You know, we went this whole stream without having to press the dirt button today, and now I've got to press it. Sometimes I feel like I'm cursed, you know? Now, it's weird that the water fell onto that block and didn't break it. I think they changed that. It used to destroy what it landed on. It doesn't seem to do that anymore. I've noticed. Why don't we put some, like a torch in here as well? Okay. Let's get back to this. So, this will then have to go around a corner over here somewhere and get destroyed. And thank you for all the dirt faces, peeps. I really do appreciate that. Now that has to now come down to this level. Put that there. Okay, that was a dropper. Oh, almost did it again. What a fool. I'll tell you what we do need though. We need actual water sources here, I think. Not entirely sure about that. couple of bits of water. Are there any specific album map things you want Beef to do, says Atom? Well, you know, like I'm such a music lover that there's loads of records I would, you know, have a bit of fun with. But I think Beef should just do what he feels like doing, really. That would be a cool project, though. If ever I do modded again, I might like find a fun way to bring my love of music in and do like a record collection area or something and put all my favourite records in Minecraft. Like all the album covers and stuff, that could be cool. So, this sand down here represents a lava lake. At some point we might just see lava. But not yet. We haven't seen it just yet. We got lava here? No. No, we haven't. So that right there is doing its thing. Now it's got bones in it. Let's take those bones out. Actually, I'll have those arrows. Ooh, look at that. It's going to have to turn here. Fascinating. Oh. Oh yeah, all the redstone broke, remember? So that's why the bones went in there. Great. Just great. That water is going to flow out, so watch a magic trick. Boom! Magic trick. You loved that, didn't you? That was so impressive. Okay. This stuff's going to have to go into some sort of disposal. Actually, the best place to dispose it might be in this direction. Oh, we've apparently changed to that. Yeah, you see all this sand? I think I actually like properly filled in the lava lake, so there might not actually be any lava down here after all. Ah, look, we can see that little bit over there. Anyway, I have just noticed what the time is, by the way, peeps. Today's live stream was an earlier one because I need to have a shower, because I'm a smelly, disgusting human being who's been exercising all day and hasn't had the opportunity to shower as of just yet. Let's go see who we're going to be raiding today. Peeps, thank you ever so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it and had a good time. Looks like Scar is streaming. Gonna send you over to Scar. Not used to seeing him stream this time of day. Although I know he won't be streaming for too much longer because we got a good old meeting this evening. But yeah, right. Hit the raid button in chat. Hit the follow button before you head out of here. Thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered as always. I appreciate your support. Apparently I clicked on the wrong thing, not the end screen. No, apparently the end screen has moved. Where's the end screen? What's going on? There it is. No, it's gone. There it is. Beautiful. Right. Thank you everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.